Hi, my name is Annalisa, and this is the presentation of the third stage project. And for it, I'm gonna talk a little bit about miscarriages of justice. And to get it started, I'm gonna tell you the story about Rubin Carter, which was a black man that was born in the United States, more specifically in New Jersey, in 1937. Carter was a professional boxer. He was nicknamed Hurricane because of his lightning fast fists. But what is really interesting about his story is that he was arrested in 1961, charged as guilty for the murder of 3 people in a bar. But the thing is, they had almost no evidence that he was the one who committed the crime. They had no proof that the gun that was used to kill those people was his, and they had no fingerprint that pointed to him. The only thing that they had were 2 witnesses that said they had seen him running out of the bar that night. But even those 2 people changed their mind afterwards. And more than that, Carter had an alibi that justified what he was doing back then. And he had absolute no reason for killing those people. And even with the situation of lack of evidence, he was still arrested and he was sentenced for a life in prison. He was released 18 years after he was arrested. But the thing here is that his story opens up a door for discussion on the Black Lives, situation, the Black Lives topic. So when I was reading his story, I started to wonder whether he would have been arrested if he was white instead of black. And so I looked to the United States of 2020. And what I saw when I was thinking about this was a society that is not equal. And I know they have a constitution that says that everyone is equal by the law, but I guess that just doesn't apply in reality, because we have so many stories such as George Floyd and Breonna Johnson that show us that they are not equal, And so I started to imagine how it was 60 years from now, because if this is the situation that we have nowadays, how it was 60 years from now. And I started to think that it was way worse than it is. And then I concluded that if he was white instead of black, that he wouldn't have been arrested, because there weren't strong evidence that he was the one who committed the crime. But the thing is, it's easy to put the blame on black people because they're expected to be the bad guys. We have this kind of image of them as being the bad guys and the white people being always the victim. And I guess that when I understood the situation, I started to see how important it is to support movements as the Black Lives Matters, because I know they're fighting against police brutality, but I guess they're fighting against a bunch of other stuff, and they're fighting for the equality, and they're fighting for black people rights, and they only want to be equal and nothing more than that. And I guess it's really important for us to understand how important it is for them to be equal, because we are seeing situations that happened 60 years ago is still happening nowadays, and it's just not acceptable. It is not acceptable for a black man to be killed by a policeman without having done anything wrong, And so I guess it kind of helped me to understand the importance of it and to understand how it is unacceptable for things that happened such a long time ago to still be part of the society nowadays. And I guess that was what I wanted to talk about today. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.